Joining me right now is a special guest, Sue Shortt. Her little boy, just 5 years old, the age of my twins, survived the shooting. Sue, thank you for being with us.
Hi, Nancy.
Sue, I can't even imagine what you went through the day of the shooting. Please describe for us what happened.
Well, as so many other parents have already said, I had no idea at the extent of this tragedy when I got to the firehouse. If I had, I don't know that I could have gotten there. But I did, and my son thankfully was there. And it's still such a shock.
How did you learn that there had been an incident at the school?
I was actually in Danbury and got a phone call on my cell phone from my mother and my sister, and everybody told me that there had been a shooting and the school was locked down. I then quickly got onto the highway and came here. My husband had already gotten to the firehouse and picked my son up. So by the time I got down there, they were gone, which was scary in itself. I wasn't sure where my son was at that point. And then finally a teacher found me and said, "Your son is with your husband."
Sue, did you see all the other parents arriving?
Yeah, everybody was getting there. When I got there, it was getting very chaotic and very... The firehouse was packed with people and children and staying as calm as possible. And again, I don't even think the teachers at that point knew how extensive this whole thing was. So everybody was, the teachers were doing a wonderful job of keeping everybody calm and safe and doing what they needed to do.
Well, you know what, Sue, more and more stories are emerging of teachers trying to block their students with their own bodies to save the students, to try and save the students. And the principal died. The female principal died trying to lunge at the shooter, trying to stop him. She died trying to save the students. So those teachers are heroes. They were more brave than a thousand so-called heroes. Your son survived, and your son is the age of my children, my twins, and I've been trying to imagine what were you thinking when you were racing to that firehouse?
I just kept telling myself he's going to be okay. Never in my wildest imagination did I think that so many children were killed. At that point, we didn't know anything, so I was just going and I'm getting my child and I'm bringing him home, and that's all I was thinking. And I didn't, let my mind wander, because I don't think I could have gotten there if I knew the extent of this.
What did your son tell you about what he went through? What happened?
When I first saw him, he came up and gave me a big hug. He said, Mommy, there was a fire drill at the school, and we all went to the firehouse. The kindergarten teachers did a great job of keeping it down. They told the children that it was a hammer, the gunshots. So my child hasn't mentioned anything other than it was a hammer, and if it wasn't a hammer, Mommy, it was bad guys with guns, is what he said to me last night, and trying to find out what he knows and what he doesn't know, because I don't want to push something on him that he doesn't know about. So
smart. Sue, so at this point, he doesn't know that some of the other children are dead.
No, I haven't told him anything like that. But again, how do you know what a 5-year-old has absorbed and what they haven't? I don't know what he saw.
Yeah.
I haven't asked him that yet. I don't know. I don't know what he saw, and we've kept the TVs off. We've kept the conversation to a minimum when he's in the room. But, they're kids, they absorb so much. So I'm praying that,